So what advice would you have to somebody who, in one of these social media blogs, gets a unhappy review?
I give two answers. Depending on what's being printed, you may have a cause of action for defamation.
Mm-hmm.
Depending, even if you have a cause of action for defamation, reading something in its entirety, it may make better business sense to not directly address it. So the first thing I ask is, does the existence of this posting impact your ability to conduct business?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does. He said I was a bad doctor. Or yes, it does. He says I performed a surgery on his left leg when really I didn't, you know. So if the statements are of the nature that they are false, they're statements that can be proved true or false and fall outside the realm of an opinion, and they're impacting your business, then yes, you have the same claim you would have whether it was in a newspaper as you would if it was on a blog.
Okay.
And that's something we do all the time. We sue, and there's a lot of sites that allow this kind of venting or process. You've got a rip-off report, rate my professor, rate my, you know, this and that. So some of these sites allow for a response. So that might be the cheapest, most effective alternative. If you can post a response to that and say, no, this is really what happened, you know, this person's mischaracterizing what took place, that might be your best recourse. On the other hand, I had a client who had a dispute. He was a heating and cooling company. He owned one, and had a dispute over a part which cost $75. And the individual didn't want to pay, and my client said, no, that was not part of the original fee. My client's client is unhappy and goes online and registers every single domain name that it's remotely close to my client's company.
Okay.
And goes so far as to buy the keywords so that if people are looking for him, they get directed to this site. And it's clearly an opinion site. And it's XYZ Heating and Cooling, sucks.com.
Okay.
And it's a very calculated, detailed, factual analysis of the argument that took place.
Yeah. So what did you do?
In that case, there really wasn't a lot that was actionable because he had clearly done his homework and was very careful in stating, this guy came to my house at this time. He refused to pay the $75. I asked him why it wasn't included. And so he left out a lot of the emotion in there. I mean, he was clearly negative, but he didn't say, and by the way, he beats small children and, you know,